Are there any guidelines for gauging the normal transition from active duty to civilian life?
So the question is, your veteran loved one or father or brother or family member comes home, and what should you expect? Is there any guideline for gauging the normal transition from being away to being home and having a job, a place in the family, a love of life, hobbies, and what do you do if you don't see some of those important dimensions returning? Let me use the rule of thumb for trauma. We're arbitrarily saying we'll call it PTSD if it lasts a month. If it doesn't last a month, but somebody has been traumatized, that's part of the normal struggle to overcome where you've been, how you've felt, and take a month. Now, I would say with a return, depending on what was encountered over there, but with a return from a tough tour of duty, with combat and killing and bad images, a month is a relatively short amount of time, and it can take longer to psychologically return home and kind of get your legs under you again. But if it's more than a few months, then it's trouble. It's a sign that professional help is needed. People also want to know just the etiquette of talking about difficulties. Do you ask? Well, it depends on who you are. If you're the closest friend, or the spouse, or you have an unmarried son, and you're a mom and dad who have been close to your son, yes, I think after a while, you ask a question that's worded something like, you want to tell me about what went on over there? Or are you comfortable telling me? Or do you think there are things that went on over there that would be difficult for me to hear or to understand? How would you like to deal with that? Kind of question that doesn't put the other person on the spot, but recognizes that there may be some difficulty in getting the conversation going. I mean, what do you do if you really don't want to hear? And there are people who don't want to hear. Their tolerance for detail is low. Might want to say something like, I love you, son. I really do. And I have a feeling that you've gone through very, very difficult times. It's not easy for me to listen to this. I don't know that I'm the best listener, but I just want you to know how much I care about you. And that, in a way, reinforces the relationship and negotiates and explains some of the difficulty in getting into detail. But I believe I know from personal experience what is confirmed in the research, that not everybody does well with an invitation to talk about things that they don't want to talk about, that they are capable eventually of tolerating and incorporating. And the idea that you have to get it off your chest is not borne out by research. There are some people who do better getting it off their chest, and getting it off their chest with a knowledgeable listener.